Hello guys and welcome back to some Frosti-Town. Today we're gonna be modeling something like this. It's not gonna be exactly like this, but we're gonna do our best to make it look like this. So let's go. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our camera right about here. Control Shift tilde, and we're gonna go into Control Alt 0, and we're gonna bring it back a little bit right about there. Shift and tilde, make it go a little bit upwards. We're gonna go Shift and A, and we're gonna create a cylinder, and we're gonna give it 200 words, and we are going to rotate it along the x-axis, or maybe not. Let's just bring it all the way up, rotate it to right about here, go into face select, delete these phases, and we're gonna apply a solidify, bring it backwards to right about there, apply, and we're gonna scale this up, scale it along the z-axis to right about here, bring it right about here, and we're gonna scale it a little bit more to right about there. I'm gonna bring it right about here. So the next thing this guy did was he created the same torus like thingy here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna rotate it a little bit downwards so that it comes in the frame to right about here. We're gonna Shift D this, bring it down here, scale it down on the z-axis, and we're gonna scale it up, or maybe we should just bring it G and Z, and we're gonna rotate it a little bit towards here, and we're gonna go into face select. We're gonna press Alt, and we're gonna select all these phases, and we're gonna give it, first and foremost, I'm gonna give it metallic, and we're gonna bring this down a notch. I'm gonna select all these phases, and I'm gonna click new. I'm gonna go into emission, assign this, and give it a strength of 15, maybe 10. Let's give it a strength of 5. Do the same thing over here, and going to face select, and so we have something like this. Now this guy, we're gonna give it a separate material, and I'm gonna make it emission, and I'm gonna give it a little bit of brightness to right about there. So we have something like this. Maybe this color will do. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a plane. I'm gonna bring it down, S and 10, maybe right about, oh that's too big, S11, S11 guys, and we're gonna turn down the world value. I'm gonna bring down the plane a little bit. I'm gonna create a UV sphere. I'm gonna press Q, sharpen, and I'm gonna bring this guy over here. Shift D, bring this guy over here. Shift D, bring this guy over here. Shift D, bring this guy over here. to right about there, guys. Shift D, right about here, Shift D, and right about here. So we have right now something like this. I'm gonna go into shading tab and I'm gonna press 0. I'm gonna select the plane and create new. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a bump node, and I'm gonna plug the normal into the normal. I'm gonna create a noise texture, not a wave texture. Noise texture. Put the factor into the height. I'm gonna create a color ramp. Put the color into the roughness, and we're gonna put the factor into the factor. And I'm gonna click this. We're gonna select this. We're gonna Shift D it, duplicate it, and put it over here. So we have something like this. Select the base color, bring it down. No, not like this. Sorry guys, I'm gonna put the factor into the height. Factor into the height. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna Shift D this and bring it over here. Let's go to the world settings, bring it up a notch. Turn the scale up, bring the detail a little bit up, and just a little bit. Right about there, guys. Alright, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna give this guy the same material as the plane. And we're gonna give this guy an emission shader. Let's go to the world settings, turn it down, bring this up to right about here. Actually, let's add some variety to it. Let's give this the emission, so we have something like this, guys. Let's see how it looks like in cycles. Looks good in cycles, doesn't it? Alright, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to Eevee. We're gonna import NFBX. You can download this from Miximo. Let's import a male sitting pose. Let's bring him towards here. Let's go into the solid view, bring him here. Scale him up, bring him down, rotate him to right about there, and bring him down a little bit to right about there. So we have something like this. Let's see. Here's how it looks like. Let me save this so we can see the comparison. Cycles and EV. So this is it, guys. This is it for the tutorial. So I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, share, always share. New videos coming soon, guys. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope you liked it, and thank you so much, guys, for the support you're showing, and thank you so much. So Frosti-Town signing out.